Hi, today we're going to have a draw and tell story called Who's in My Garden? If you'd like to get a pencil and paper and draw with me, you are welcome to do that. We're going to start a story about a boy named Alexander. He and his mom moved out into the country and they lived in a house way out in the country. Mom said to Alexander, "Alexander, would you like to plant your own garden?" He said, "Yes, Mom, I would love to." So they went to the store and he bought some seeds. He bought the 3 seeds of his favorite vegetables: green beans, corn, and carrots. He brought the seeds home and realized he had just enough seeds to plant 3 rows. So he planted 3 rows of carrots and 3 rows of green beans. And then he thought, well, I only have enough to do 2 rows of corn. So he planted 2 rows, but he wanted to go swimming with his friends, so they're a little curved. They're not quite as straight, but he thought that's okay. He still wished he had more corn though. The next morning his mom said to him, "That looks really nice, Alexander, but how about we plant some flowers at our back door?" So he went and bought some geraniums and he planted a nice curve of geraniums outside their back door. And he watched his garden grow and grow and grow, and he was really proud because things were growing nice and green. And one day he noticed he had 2 really big ears of corn. Oh my, he was so happy. He was excited. The next day he rushed out to check on his corn, and lo and behold, something or someone had taken bites, big old bites out of his corn, and it had 2 big holes. So we'll color those in. They look like holes. And he called his mother and said, "Mom, something's in my garden eating my corn." And she said, "Alexander, why don't you build a fence to protect your garden from whatever it is that's getting in there?" So he got busy and he built a fence all the way around his garden. And his corn was so tall that it stood way above the fence. He thought, "There, now my garden is safe. Nothing will get in and eat my crops." Next morning he came out though, and he still had something nibbling on his beans and carrots and corn. So he looked around to see what was going on, and he found 2 holes. And he went and got his mother and said, "Mom, look, I found 2 holes." And she said, "I bet that's what's coming out of those holes is eating your garden. Let's get some really big rocks and put in these holes." So he went and got 2 really big rocks and he put them down the holes. And he thought, "There, now my garden is safe." But the next morning he gets up and something's been eating in his garden again. Mom says, "Well, look around, see if you can find any more holes." And he looked and he looked and he looked, but he did not find another hole. But maybe that's because he was looking around the outside and there was a hole in the middle and he didn't see it. He never did find out what was eating in his garden. Do you know what was eating his crops?